Hello there, fellow space captains. This is Connor, and welcome back to Dreadnought. So, the recent video I did for the Jutland, where I tried out a close quarters combat build, got me curious to what other builds I could come up with for different ships, or what builds you guys could come up with that were effective. So, what with the Vigo being the most researched ship I have currently in Dreadnought, researched meaning the most modules currently researched and unlocked for it, I decided to see if there was something other than storm missiles, weapon amplifiers that I could go with, and that would actually be useful. Now, with it being a Jupiter Arms destroyer, I'm not comfortable with it being a ram ship. I'm not saying it can't be done. I just prefer the Talionis class because it's built for speed, and speed is something you need in spades to be able to ram successfully. So I've already tried out a couple of different builds to, well, no success whatsoever. The first one I went with is mainly trying to be a close quarters combat build without having to ram. So close quarters combat in the destroyer without ramming, something I've never really done or even attempted to do. But massive failure, mainly because I didn't take into consideration survivability and how best to survive in close quarters. I'm not a Gora or a Dola class destroyer, so armor and health isn't the strong suit of this ship. The Vigo is a pretty much Joe average ship where destroyers are concerned, so I'm going to try something different. Instead of the flax, I went with light particle turrets, mainly because, I don't know, I'm confused why they're in the game. They're useless. In fact, it feels like a troll weapon, a weapon that was added specifically to annoy. And I'll show you that in a game in a couple of minutes whenever I get through what the loadout's going to be. I'm not sure myself. We'll pick and choose and see what works or what doesn't. But these weapons look cool. The projectile is energy based, and that's about it. They look cool. That's as far as it goes. But because I want a close quarters combat build, I was going to go with the flax. But I really just want to show you guys these light particle turrets and show you what they're made of, or lack thereof. But anyway, first onto the modules that I chose for the past couple of games that have been pretty much abysmal. So I went with the Flashpoint Torpedo Salvo. These are torpedoes that have like a nuclear warhead as part of their complement. So they're nukes as torpedoes. So the damage isn't that bad. Not as good as storms, but then again, what is? Am I right? Am I right? I want storms, but not in this game. So you can see here, even missile repeaters do more damage than the flashpoints, and which is odd for an actual torpedo salvo of any description. This thing launches 12, which is quite a lot for a torpedo, but I haven't really had any success. I've got a really bad taste in my mouth after using these. I remember someone commenting, this is months and months back, to try out the flashpoints. Not sure if they've been nerfed since then. Not sure if I'm just using them wrong, which of course is an option. Very likely option, but I just don't like them. I'm not really fond of torpedoes at the best of times, especially on larger ships, because a lot of the time they can kind of impact on your ship whenever they're on their way to the target, because, well, they're slow, they're cumbersome, they're torpedoes. But I'm going to go with something different here. Now, I'm not going to go with storms, because, well, they're storms, they're godlike, and I want to try and choose a different loadout. I'm not going to go with Plasma Ram because it's tier 3, or Goliath Torpedo because it's a torpedo and it's tier 3. So I'm going to try out the missile repeaters. So their range compared to the storms, they've got 2,000 meters more range wise, but they've got about 5,000 less damage wise. Whereas the storms fire 16, they also fire 16, and the storms have a 50-second cooldown. They have a 60-second cooldown, the missile repeaters, so they have a longer cooldown. The only thing I can remember about the missile repeaters are that they look epic. Visually, they're just grandiose and badass. So we're going to try those out. This is actually a blind play, so a lot of these modules I've tried out now and again, but never as actually, one complement as an actual setup loadout. Next, we can either go with Torpedo Salvo, Weapon Breaker Missile, or Disruptor Missile. Torpedoes, they only do 7,500 damage, but they've only got a 16-second cooldown. So they are a nice bonus to damage, but I'm going to stick with, or go to the Disruptor Missile option for this one, because I like disrupting the enemy's modules. It's always good to be a dick. Next, we can go with Drain Pulse, Weapon Booster Pulse, or Protean Autoguns. Now, this is the mistake I made in the last game. The Drain Pulse, you drain 100 energy from the enemy, you deal 500 damage, the drain duration is 10 seconds, the radius is 1200 meters, and the cooldown is 30 seconds. This can be useful, especially if you're looking to just get the enemy down as quickly as possible, just burn through their hull as quickly as possible. I'm looking a bit more damage here, so because I use the Weapon Booster Pulse normally, I'm going to try the Protean Autoguns. A lot of you might be screaming, don't, or do it. I'm doing it. I'm not familiar with too many modules, other than the actual ones I go with on a regular basis. And lastly, I went with Module Reboot last time. Of course, there was no video recorded of that, thank God. It was a fucking misery. But this one is important, because I need to be able to survive. My biggest issue was just being too slow. Now, I could go with Energy Generator. It's always good in the middle of the road. It's always reliable. Can save you in a pinch. But I want to go with something I've not really used all that much prior. Now, the Weapon Amplifier, used quite a lot. Thrust Amplifier gives you a 250% increase in speed for 10 seconds. I like the sound of that. And Evasive Maneuver, cooldown of 4 seconds. So this thing can be used fairly rapidly. So it gives you a movement direction of forward or sideways as an evasive maneuver, just as it's actually titled. But just because I want some options, I'm going to go with Thrust Amplifier. And that's pretty much it. This, to me, at the moment, doesn't really seem like a bad build. Doesn't seem like a good one. But I'm curious just to see how it operates anyway. So, Missile Repeater, Disruptor Missile, Protean Autoguns, Thrust Amplifier. Okay, now actually that Disruptor one, I'm kind of second guessing myself here. Right, so you know what? Disruptor seems good. I'll go with Disruptor just to at least try it out. You know, it can't go as badly as the previous two games went. But there we go. So let's get ourselves a game and see how horribly we do. Also to mention, light particle turrets. Oh dear. Right, so Onslaught on Ryuga Haven. Okay, let's see. What have we got tier-wise? A couple of three tier 2s. But overall, we seem to be somewhat matched. The enemy actually have more tier 4s than us. So let's see how the game goes. It'll even get off the freaking starting line. Alright, so Onslaught is good. Allows us to try things out. Allows me to demonstrate the light particle turrets, which are abysmal. So let's try and find ourselves a wee ship. A little wee ship. Where are you? So they look cool. They're very slow, projectile-wise. Or velocity-wise. I'm not really sure what the difference is there, if there even is one. And because you get flak as another option. Okay, we've got some interceptors. Not sure if they're going after me or somebody else. Okay, missiles locked on to us. Oh, we got contacts. So these are the particle turrets. And these are the missile repeaters. I don't really see the point in going with these over the flaks or even the normal repeater turrets. But they look nice, I suppose you could say. And we're dead. That's the price of demonstration. Stuck straight in again. Okay, enemy corvette there. He's going after our command ship, so let's see if we can't do something about that. Come on, let's get him. Yeah, you're down, bud. Let's try and get him with these particles, huh? As if that's ever going to happen. Not in this universe. Not in any other universe either. Okay, I have another contact. Looks like a small frigate. AA. More AA frigates.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
Right, so there we go, enemy Dreadnought. Let's see if we can inflict some pain. Repeaters will be off cooldown soon. Seems the only action we're seeing is AA action. Right, repeaters, I just want to show you guys how they look. Watch this. Or don't watch this. Watch a single one. It'd be really nice if there was an indicator saying that, you know, there was some sort of obstacle blocking your view of the target. Not view of the target, just, you know, the trajectory of the impact. But pretty much the missile repeaters, they fire 2 missiles. Whenever they're close to the enemy target, they kind of displace their shell, and a lot of smaller missiles hatch from the inside and launch, which is pretty damn cool. Okay, let's get to cover. No, I'm dead. Yep, I'm dead. Fairly matched though, team-wise, and score points. Come on, warp in, god damn it. Ryuga Haven, my least favourite map in the game. I really can't stand it. Whenever you don't like maps where there's way too much cover, well, then you get Ryuga Haven. Oh, hello. Didn't even see you there, bud. Right, let's... Oh, no, we took out my repeaters, which isn't good, but he's going down anyway because I have support. Oh, no, power to shields. Ooh, that could have been a lot worse than it was. Take power off the shields. Right, something's firing at him from below here. Is it gone? Yeah, they've taken whatever it was out. But I can see a little corvette. There he is. You see him? I did for a split second. You know what? Let's try and hit something with the particle turrets. Where is he? Using the third-person camera there to our advantage. Oh, something flew over the top. I saw the shadow of a corvette. He's a little bit out of our range. Don't want to be wasting time focusing on that guy. Watch this. Look at the damage. Right, what have we got here? Oh, hello, Dreadnought. But he's in a horrible angle for me and my missiles. And he's still at a horrible angle for my missiles. Let's see if we can get him. Come on. Yeah, they've all got some sort of point defense system. Didn't get anything for that. And I know I'm still using the, what do you call them again? The light particles. Because I want to. There's got to be a pointer in the game. Come on, thrust, thrust. Get me out of that line of fire of the other ships. Come on.
Fusion reactor is overheating, putting energy system offline.
Oh dear Christ, I'm going down again, aren't they? Yep, down again. 0 kills, but we're still third on the board. Sense? None. complete bollocks. So I thought this would be a somewhat interesting series. I'm not sure before going in if there's going to be a lot of kills, if domination is going to be something I'm going to have on the enemy team, but I think it's interesting just going in blind and fresh with different loadouts, module wise, so it's interesting in that respect. Missile repeaters out. I think he's one of the ones with the... Oh, that's a Athos class destroyer, isn't it? Thrust amplifier. Let's try and get closer. He's launching his own missiles. Okay, power to weapons. There go the missile repeaters. Minimal damage because his shields are up. Come on. Missiles are on me. I'm dead. I'm so screwed. And there's his Corvette as well. Yep. Things aren't going well. But that is the way of life. Things can't always go awesome or always badly. They need to balance out in the end. Oh, I love this Oberon artillery cruiser just brawling with a Corvette. It's always so satisfying seeing one of the Silesia class type artillery cruisers just facing off with a enemy Corvette that doesn't know what he's got himself into. Oh, something's firing really quickly. I want to try and take out some of these little AI ships because I need to be at least somehow and somewhat beneficial to my team. Die, will you? For fuck's sake. Come on, hit him. Oh wow, they're doing some damage. Suppose that goes without saying. They are weapons, after all. I would use my missile repeaters, but no. No, not in the Corvette. It's always a massive waste of time and energy. But I will use it on that sexy little Athos class. Just watch. See how they're just 2 missiles? There they go. They shatter into 1,000 pieces. Like little razor blades. Can I thrust amplifier? Get me out of here. Or at least get me some duck dab, dip dab, and something. Forget what the finisher was for that. Dip dab, duck dab, and duck dab, dip dab. I forget. I give up. Oh crap! Nope, you son of a bitch! And I'm dead again. Not news is old hot. How am I doing? 4th! Not too bad. At least I'm not bottom. Oh, I've got 2 kills now. Something to be proud of, I say, while a single tear runs down my cheek. That little Corvette is certainly getting around the match. He always seems to be everywhere at once. So what have we got? What is that? Artillery cruiser? The Mandavadu. We'll not start firing with our main weapons just yet. Here, where are my missiles? Oh, there they are. No, don't fire them yet, you idiots. Now he's going to try and get out of there. So my missiles won't be able to impact.
Thanks for the assist.
An assist, that's all I seem to be getting. Right, we'll go after this command ship. Taking some shots.
It's over, Captain.
Ah, well. Can't win them all. Especially when you're still on the drawing board. 4th. Oh, come on, folks. Where are we here? 2 kills, 5 deaths, 5 assists. Top skill, top player. Showing these guys how it was done. Alessandra Bullock there. Playing her tier 3 Corvette. Beating back to tier 2 Corvette, as you are. As happens normally. and we didn't get much of anything there, which is to be expected. It's Dreadnought. But Blithering Idiot can only carry a team so far before his back breaks under massive amounts of lost hopes and dreams. But it is Dreadnought, as I've said before. Now these videos will be coming out more regularly. These types of videos, I'm going to be trying to get at least one of these up a day, where I just try different loadouts, builds. But with that being said, I still have to research and purchase the modules for each individual ship, so it could actually take more time than I originally anticipated. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like always, if you want to support the channel, which I really hope you do, then you can look at either my Patreon link down below, my Discord link, or a donation link that are all in the description just below this video. If that's it, then that's it. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy whatever it is you're playing yourselves, whether it's in space or otherwise. And of course, like always, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Good day, loyal citizens of the Empire. Today, the Emperor has employed a system that will allow you to support the latest Imperial endeavors. Click the link below to support a safer and brighter future for every citizen of the Empire.